Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Susan Bauer, your Senior National Director of Training, and I'm very excited today because we're going to talk about something that is fresh and new, and everyone is really excited to utilize, but may not necessarily know quite how. So I've invited Amber Perrin, who is an ESL from Saginaw. Is that how you pronounce it, Amber?
Yes.
Oh, yay, Michigan. And Amber, I was so impressed. We were chatting and talking about doing a podcast. So this is actually going to be a podcast and a video, guys. So you can check it out either way. And we were talking about what we would share in a podcast and mentioned the referral rewards. And you're very excited and have started implementing them. And actually, you've even done training with your team. So today we're going to go through some of the things that you have done and some of the things you're excited about also trying out with this. And hopefully this gives you, if you're watching or listening, ideas, because this is an exciting way to energize your business. And there's lots of different things that you can utilize this new referral link for. And that goes hand in hand with then people will get referral rewards, which is so awesome. So Amber, let's dig in and walk through some of your ideas. So start with, how do you see utilizing this in your VIP groups, for instance?
Well, thanks, Susan. I first started thinking through all the different ways I see other companies or other people online using referral links. And so that's really what started to get my wheels spinning. And I know a lot of consultants, we have VIP groups that we stay pretty active in. And we encourage our customers to share their testimonies in our VIP group. And many of us even incentivize that, such as myself. We have a monthly testimony giveaway that's already been in place for quite a while. And so my VIPs just naturally are already sharing their products or their rewards that they've earned, or questions, things like that. And so right as I was thinking through how to maximize the referral link, one of my VIPs posted a testimony in the group. And I thought, well, I have a whole pool of people right here that are perfect to approach to take advantage of the referral rewards. So I actually contacted the one who had posted that testimony and said, hey, this is a great fit for you. You're already sharing how much you love Norwex. Like, why don't we just help you earn some rewards in the process? Would you like me to send you a link? And she took me up on it. And then I, of course, private messaged her and sent her the referral link. And then I gave her some suggestions of how to maximize that. Since we are now able to share those links publicly, I encouraged her to do that. And I encouraged her to, intermittently share on her public feed just some of those testimonies that she's posted in the group. And she already has all the content. She doesn't even have to do any extra work. She already has all those before and afters, and she even has some videos. And it just really unlocked in my mind that I have this whole pool of people that I can go back through in my VIP group and start privately contacting and saying, hey, you know what? You shared this great testimony. You love Norwex. Here's a great way that you can get rewarded for just sharing that.
I love that idea. And you're so right. If you think about the customers and your hosts who are just so excited and are sharing Norwex because they're excited. And your VIP group is such a great pool to really look at and utilize this. I love that idea. So another thing that you had mentioned is you really are doing things with your team. Now, we know you might be watching or listening and you might think, well, I don't have a team, but you can do some of these ideas on your own as well. So Amber, what are some of the things you're doing with your team?
Right. So when I started to shift my mindset a little bit with the referral rewards, I started to think, what are other ways that I encourage customers to share their before and afters or to try out the products? And one of the other ones that came to mind is the group challenges that our team does. And we actually have one going right now. So it just automatically was in my mind, and I'm incentivizing that. So each day there's like a certain thing that they clean. Right now we're focusing, this challenge is about Norwex outdoors. So, the challenge might be clean your siding today. And then we do a video demonstrating some of the different options of how they could use Norwex to do that. And then they post their own pictures or videos to share, and then they get entered into the prize drawing. And so it got my wheels turning again, thinking, well, I have this customer base, and my team members have this customer base that, again, already has the content because they participated in this challenge. They're obviously interested in getting free Norwex because they're posting these before and afters to get a prize. So it just seems like a natural shift to approach all of those individuals as well about, hey, at the end of this challenge, why don't you consider getting a referral link for yourself, and you can earn even more free Norwex with the referral rewards.
So that's really a win-win. You're doing this challenge, and that's benefiting. Everybody's posting, and also then people are seeing, and testimonies from your customers are golden, right? And so people are seeing how they're, how your customers, other people, are just using Norwex products and having fun and seeing the results of, cleaning anything that we have outdoors. I think about my outdoor furniture, and it's like, I always think, I should take before and afters of that. And so you have that, and that's one thing that's really supporting your business. But then it's just extended by thinking, okay, well, I can use that, and I can also look at these customers as an opportunity for them getting referrals, and that will benefit them, right?
Right. That's awesome. Just another way to serve the customers.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's see. The other thing that you had mentioned is the idea of a referral packet or package. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so a lot of us send out currently, if we have a Norwex event or party or whatever you choose to call it, we send out a host packet of some sort, whether that's in paper form or digital. And so I started thinking about how that could be shifted using things that are kind of already in place, but just having a little bit of a shift and having it geared more towards the referral rewards. And so the thought occurred to me to have a separate referral packet that is sent out when somebody chooses to take advantage of the referral rewards. And I thought through some of the things that, and this is something I'm actually still processing, but some of the things that I've thought of so far is sending, a sample of the basic package if they don't already have it, the dishcloth, spear net, maybe sending them some of the other samples that are available through the business supply catalog, whether it be UPP or some of the consumables, or even having them choose one of those to focus in on. So that way they can try it if they haven't, and they can have something to use to demonstrate. I also thought through creating some kind of a checklist with an incentive attached for them, which is a lot of us do for our hosts. And so some of the things that I might have on there is encouraging them to share their referral link with a certain number of people. Another thought I had was to encourage them to share a testimony on a story. So stories are something that we're all trying to use more effectively. Even this week, I just posted the optic scarf that is on special this month because I think it's super pretty. And within, that 24-hour period, somebody's messaging me about how much does it cost. So people are really looking at stories, and we can maximize it even more with that. So encouraging them and showing them how they could just post a product, even if it's just a selfie with the product and a story with their referral link. Maybe have them do a butter demo if you're at a play date. Take your products with you, do the demo at the play date or at the coffee date or whatever they're already, in the break room at lunch. So, because we all know that when people see these products in person and how they work, it's hard to walk away from that and not be completely on board. So another thought I had was to throw in the opportunity brochure, the beautiful brochure that we have for my customer to look through and ask questions and consider the opportunity. So a lot of times I think people are afraid to consider the opportunity because they feel like they look at a consultant and think, I could never do that. But when you are able to encourage them to follow things in this checklist, such as sharing the links with the before and afters, posting it in a story, and even doing a live butter demo, that's exciting. When you're face to face with somebody and you get to see their face the first time they experience the amazing butter demo, there's nothing like it. And it just really gets you even more excited. And that's what we consultants do. And so being able to just take that shift with your customer who's taking advantage of the referral link and saying, you're already basically doing the job of a consultant, and you already love Norwex. You already are looking to get rewarded with Norwex with free product or discounted products. So why don't we take it a step further and let's look at the opportunity.
I love that. And you're so right. People are wowed by the simple butter demo, which is just so amazing how that little activity has such a wow factor, but it helps people to go, oh, this is it. I could do this. Because oftentimes people have this roadblock, that they think they can't do something, or they think that there's more to it, or they don't have time. And you have all of those thoughts going through your mind, and instead of, oh, I could do this. And what you're doing is you're basically having them step into your shoes and say, oh, look, this is pretty easy. This is what I do. You can do this. And it all comes down really to mindset. And I think that is just so key, whether it's, asking customers or inviting customers to be part of the referral program, whether it's booking or whatever you're doing in your business, it's so connected to what you're thinking in your head. And I know that, Amber, when you and I were chatting, actually, that was one of the first things that you brought up, was that a positive mindset really is so pivotal. Just talk about how mindset makes such a difference for you and for your business.
Yeah, so I think it's so important when working in your personal business, or if you have a team working with you, to just continue to set goals and to be optimistic and be persistent with those. Whether you're reaching your goals or you still have some growth to do, being persistent and having that mindset is, I think, one of the biggest keys to success. So I've actually been reading up on business and leadership, and this idea of being, I like to call, relentlessly optimistic, it plays such a key role in your success and your growth in your business.
I love that, relentlessly optimistic. And you're right, your goals and the way that you're thinking about your business. And sometimes you might not even reach your goal. And what you need to do is be relentlessly optimistic, because if you don't set it and you don't, strive for it, you're not, you really are setting yourself up to fail because you don't have a plan. And that's important. And I love also to think about mindset. And I know you do a lot of reading. I don't know how many of you have read Carol Dweck's book on mindset. It's called Mindset. And there's one word. It's a 3-letter word. And if you know it, shout it out loud right now. And it, I think, makes such a difference in how you think about every aspect of your business and even your life. And I think that it's a good thing to also think about with your kids, because there's so often where you're thinking, oh, you get so frustrated because they're not doing something, or you get so frustrated because you think, I just, I can't get bookings, or I don't know how to build a team. So what you want to do when you have that thought come up, just add that one little word to the end of it. And the word is yet. So I can't tie my shoes yet. If it's a kid learning how to do that. I don't have bookings yet, but you can. I haven't used the referral link yet, but I will now that I have some ideas. I don't know how to build a team yet, So it's so amazing when you're relentlessly optimistic and you look at things from the perspective of having a growth mindset, is the way Carol Dweck puts it. And that way it just opens so many more doors for you. And I love that. I don't know, Amber, you had mentioned, even when we were talking, I think you used that. You're like something about, well, haven't done that yet.
Right. Yeah. So when I'm talking to myself, first of all, because it has to start with me, but then also after that to my team, I encourage them when they're feeling maybe some frustration that they're not seeing the growth that they want, or they're not seeing some of their goals realized, to not give up on their goals, but to rethink their approach. So instead of thinking, like you said, I'll never get bookings. Well, I haven't gotten bookings yet. So what's a different way I can approach that? Or even team, building your team. I used to be in that category, like, why won't nobody join me? And then I realized this is not just a natural thing that, people just naturally join you. It's a skill that you can learn and grow and build on. And so once I shifted my mindset on that, like, I don't have a team yet, here's how I can rethink my approach. Am I asking, every host, am I asking every person who takes advantage of a referral link, and at that point in time, I was not. And once I started shifting that mindset and my approach to get to my goal, then I started to see some growth and some success coming with realizing those goals.
Yeah, that is so important. So for everybody who's listening, first of all, Amber, thank you so much. I think that you have given everyone some great ideas and some action steps, really, guys. So out of this, think about the one thing that you could do right now that you would take action on working on having a customer or customers take advantage of the referral link and the amazing rewards that come with it. And you never know where that's going to lead. So it sometimes starts with just that one simple action, and be relentlessly optimistic. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Amber.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.